Muslim faithful supporters of this religion and the Muslim community. I want to begin by, I would say, doing a review or restating what Islam is. And I think we should do this often because in the busy world that we live in, busy life or busy lives that we have, we sometimes get away from what we've taken for granted, and that is the teachings of Islam. The teachings of Islam can be given in about 5 minutes so that we know clearly what Islam is from what Islam is not. And Islam is first of all to worship one God, the one God who created everything, the one God who's the Lord of all people, and the Lord of all the worlds. In the Arabic language, or the Quranic Arabic language, the name is Allah, the same as it is in common Arabic, the common spoken Arabic language for Muslims and for non-Muslims. The name is Allah. It is translated God, but actually, when we study the name Allah in Arabic, we learn that there is a word for God in Arabic, and there's a word for God proper in Arabic. And God, in the common usage, that is, non-Muslims or even non-Christians or non-Jews can use a name from the Arabic language for their gods or for their God or their gods. Gods that perhaps Jews, Christians, and Muslims wouldn't recognize as being God. They can use a name in Arabic, and it's a different name. It's Ilah. It's Ilah. And we have, as a statement of our strong belief in the God, the one God, the true God, the expression La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. There is no ilah, no God, except Allah. Now these words are not the same. It's not like English. I say there is no God except the God. I use both the same words both times for both references. No God except the God. But in Arabic we don't use the same word. We use a different word. We say La ilaha illallah, Allah. La ilaha illa except Allah. Ilah and Allah, the two words. Ilah means God, as people commonly may use it. And it can refer even to God that is not God, a false God. But Allah is the proper word, and those authorities on the Arabic language, grammar, Arabic usage, word usage, they say that Allah must have come from a combination of two words. El meaning the, and Ilah meaning God. And when you combine them together, you get Allah meaning the God. The God. I don't know if that's fact or not, but I tend to believe there's a lot of truth to that. That originally Allah might have been made from two words, one meaning God in the common usage, and the other one meaning the, and when you put them together, it distinguishes that God from all other gods. It becomes Allah. And Allah, by the way, cannot be used for feminine, and it cannot be used for masculine. Allah. Allah has no gender. Allah, the term Allah has no gender. There's no way to give gender to the term Allah in Arabic, like we can give gender to the term Ilah. Ilah can be made ilaha, ilahatun, feminine, and it can be made alihah, which means the plural, gods. But there's no way to take the term Allah, the word Allah, and make it grammatically say God female or God male. If you can't say God female with it, then there's no God male with it. So God in Arabic is not supposed to be seen as a female or as a male. Also, Allah, the term Allah. Also, it's important to know that there's no way to say more than one God and use the term Allah. No way. You can't say with the term Allah in Arabic, you can't say two Allahs. Two Allahs. You can't say it in Arabic. There's no way to say many Allahs in Arabic. There's no way to say it. So Arabic is the Arabic term for God, Allah, is a fixed, F-I-X-E-D, a fixed term. It cannot be changed into gender, male or female. It cannot be changed into many, two, or many, plural. No dual, no plural for the term. This term was not used by the worshippers of Mecca, the people who worship gods in Mecca, during the time of our prophet. It was not used. It was known, they knew it, but they did not use it. They used the term ilah. It's feminine and masculine use, and it's dual and plural usage. They used the term ilah. They didn't use the term Allah. But when Muhammad mentioned the name Allah, some of their more learned, educated people, some of those that were closer to the Kaaba, they had knowledge of this God. The Christians, those who followed Christianity and Judaism, they knew the term Allah, because their God also was one God, considered to be the only God for all the universe and for all people. So they knew of the term Allah, but the Meccans who worship idols, they didn't. Very few of them knew of this term. So Muhammad, the prophet chosen by God to be the last prophet and the messenger to the worlds, he reintroduced the term Allah to the Meccan Arab people. And they became the ones to promote the term Allah for God eventually, with other Muslims of Africa and Asia and all over now, in America now. We are the ones promoting the usage of this term Allah for God. So we say that Islam is built upon 5 structures, or 5 essentials. They are also called 5 pillars. Pillars like structures that hold up a great building, a great material structure. There are 5 pillars, or 5 principles, or 5 essential supports or structures. The very first one is what we've been discussing or talking about, is Allah, the belief in Allah. And with it, because we are Muslims and we know the religion, the creed of faith in God combines also faith in the mortal human messenger of God. Mortal human messenger of God. So we witness that God is one and should be worshipped, only worshipped, and no other God worshipped beside him. And we witness that Muhammad is the mortal human messenger of God. That's the first structure, the first pillar, the first essential in our religion. And Muhammad, when he was asked, the prophet himself, prayers and peace be on him, when he was asked, what is Islam? He gave what I'm giving you right now. And he said it is to worship God as though you see him, because if you don't see him, he's seeing you. To know for sure that if you don't see him, he is definitely looking or seeing you. Looking on or looking at or seeing you. So Muslims are to worship God with a firm belief that this God is ever present and is aware of us all the time, have us in his sight all the time, all the time. This is the belief of the Muslim concerning the God. And Muhammad also stressed, prayers and peace be on him, that the person who says and believes that Allah is his Lord, he will have paradise. He will have the paradise. One who says and believes, and he says or she says, Allah is my Lord, they will have the paradise. God will eventually put them in heaven, in the paradise. So that tells us that some people obviously are not saying Allah is their Lord. They have other than Allah for their Lord. So it is important for Muslims to remember that we are to always know that Allah is our Lord. The term Lord in the Quranic Arabic or in the Arabic language is Rabb, Rabb, R-A-B-B, two B's, Rabb. Now, this brings me to discuss something else at this point, and that is community life. Community life. It is important for Muslims to understand, before I go to the next structure, to the next essential pillar of Islam that tells us what Islam is, it is important for Muslims to understand that our religion is a religion that requires of its believers or its adherents that they accept it as an obligation to be a community. To be a community. A community means to have a public. Muslims must have a Muslim public. We cannot just have our religion in our private homes. Our religion is not to be seen only in our private homes. Our religion is to be established in the public. We are to have a community Muslim life. We'll get to that more in detail as we go.